If you're like me and many people, you want to invest in crypto now to make money now. So let's talk about cryptocurrencies that are generating substantial amount of revenue on a daily basis. So let's marry cryptocurrencies that are doing well with cryptocurrencies that are also bringing in substantial revenue. Those are the things I want to invest in. We're going to talk about decentralized finance. We're going to talk about exchanges, and I'm going to show you a type of exchange that is blowing away all the rest. Big dumb animal. I'm Brian. Don't do what I do. Informational purposes only. I'm not an investment advisor. Okay. I do have a school community, which I'll talk about at the end. We have daily updates to the market. We talk about individual crypto, and we've got courses on everything you want to learn about crypto. Perpetuals, derivatives. I did a video on buying futures contracts using leverage and how that works. But let's talk about the exchanges that are doing that. Why? Here's why. CoinGecko. 3 tabs under all the exchanges they track. First tab, crypto exchanges. In a 24-hour period of time, they're tracking 202 exchanges. Let's call it 200. 24-hour volume of trading, $262 billion. That's substantial. Decentralized only. There's over 1,000 of them. This market is too crowded. It will consolidate probably after this bull run. This is just a ridiculous number. 24-hour trading volume, 17 billion. Okay. So of these 200 exchanges, they're doing 260 billion. Remember that number in a 24-hour period of time. Decentralized ones, there's many of them. They're only doing 17 billion. So these regular exchanges here are blowing away these decentralized exchanges. But what if someone was blowing them away? Derivatives. Those are the perpetuals, the futures contracts with leverage. In a 24-hour period of time, they're doing 900 billion. Okay, that is unbelievable. There's 114 of them. Okay, so 114, let's just call it 100, doing 900 billion. And of the exchanges, there's 200, twice as many, only doing 260 billion. So there's 4 times more volume in the derivatives, and there's half the number of them, which means on average, they're doing 8 times more daily volume. That's a great metric. I believe it's very important, regardless of what type of crypto you're in, whether it be AI or a type of DeFi, you name it, let's have metrics for them so you can compare apples to apples. Volume, trading volume, is a great metric. What's a better metric? Revenue. These are making substantial amounts of revenue, all the exchanges, because there's fees involved. So this first graphic here, I'm going to show you 2 different types. I'm going to show you a couple more exchanges, and at the end, I'm going to summarize them all. These are the top of using 24-hour perpetual derivative volume. These are the top ones, and this is the amount of volume they do in a daily period of time. Binance is number 1 by far. OKX, BitGet, CoinW, Bybit, Weeks, Gate, and Hyperliquid. Now, let's look at the revenue they generate in a 24-hour period of time off of that volume. Binance, $40 million on a daily basis. You've got OKX, BitGet. These others are fairly close, but you probably have seen some recently that have popped up for various reasons. So I threw in, this is the amount of volume. Again, we'll look at volume and then we'll look at fees again. I added these 2. Aster was just released within probably the last week or 2. And AVNT was as well. So they have substantially less volume because they're still very new. And then if we look at fees, very similar. I put those 2 in orange because they're not in the top, but they're 2 that I do want to talk about because they are fairly new. They have some good things going for them. I did the video the other day on AVNT, and ASTER is getting a lot of social media coverage. So here's, again, the fees substantially less, but so is their volume, and for good reason. They're very new. Now, if we use this chart here, which I think is interesting, we have the volume on the left-hand side, and we have the fully diluted value on the right. I've done videos on market cap versus fully diluted value. Market cap is the number of coins in circulation times the current price. It's, in my opinion, best to use fully diluted value to compare them, because if you're using market cap, some of them may only have 10% of their coins out in circulation. Some may have 20%, 50%, 80%. So it's not a good barometer as what the market believes that crypto's worth. Fully diluted value is taking all of the crypto, timesing by current price. That's how you compare apples to apples. I'm going to show you another chart in a minute because there's some differences between these, which explains some of their differences in value. Binance doing substantial daily volume, and its fully diluted value is substantially higher than the rest. Over here, you will see this is fully diluted value getting higher and higher as it goes to the right. And this is volume on the left. Hyperliquid, one might say, and I think it would be true, that it is currently overvalued compared to the rest because it has a much higher value, fully diluted value than these, which are in the 0 to 20 billion range. And it's not doing anywhere near as much volume as these because volume is going up. Now, Avant and Aster are not doing much volume, so people are believing that based upon what they've come out with, that they will soon start to take off. These others have been around for a while. Now, you see OKX and BitGet and CoinW. Why are they all sort of around the same volume and price? Well, here's why. And there's multiple things on this one. You might want to screenshot this one. This is all of them that we listed out. And I've got them color-coded. CEX and DEX. You can see on the right-hand side, it tells you if they're a centralized exchange or decentralized exchange. But what these colors are is the green ones means they're more than just an exchange. They're also a layer one. So it's really not apples to apples talking about the fees and revenue. I don't think I used AI to break it down, but I don't believe it was able to discern between just purely revenue based on perps versus some L1 activity. But these also have L1. So why look at it this way? Well, like I said, these have L1s attached. The bottom four here are exchanges only. In orange is Avantis. Why? Because it's built on Base. Base is a layer 2 that is rolled up in, I believe it uses Optimism, but it's on Ethereum. So I think that's why I put it as its own color. If you're looking for Perpetuals exchanges only, because they're dominating volume, you're looking at these four at the bottom. If you're looking for some that may also have added utility and benefit, particularly like a Binance, which is doing very well right now for many reasons because it's got a huge layer one as well. And projects, you've got those up here at the top. So let's talk about those three that recently have been taking up a lot of news cycles, if you will. Hyperliquid, it's at a 50 billion fully diluted value already. I think, in my opinion, it's overvalued compared to the others. We'll see. Aster's been talked about quite a bit. 12 billion fully diluted value. Just came out about 2 weeks ago. Avantis is the one I just did a video on. 2 billion. So it is definitely the smallest market cap. And it's on Base, which if you watch my other video, just subscribe if you would. Go to my playlist. You'll see it there. Since it is on the Base network, Coinbase baked in Arrow as an regular exchange and is pointing people to it over time. And then, of course, Morpho for the lending against Bitcoin collateral through the Base app. And Coinbase has over 100 million users. I guess it's second to only Binance. And then you've got now this derivatives exchange, which also has it for currency and other things, which I think is fascinating. Avantis is new. So my pick out of this group for potentially the highest return, I think would be Avantis at this point, but that's really up to you. I'll leave you with this chart so you can see the differences between them. In my opinion, if you can find crypto that not only has utility, but also has substantial revenue, then you've got a great match. Please do listen to my school community. I hope you'll click through. There's a link down below or scan the QR code. Listen to the video. I think you'll get a lot of value out of it. Have a good day. Love how I break things down? Then hop into my crypto school. You'll get step-by-step courses on everything. Buying, selling, staking for yield, borrowing, lending, even going fully debanked. Plus, join lively crypto chats and catch my daily market updates. And lastly, if you just want to help support the channel, there's a join button just below this video.